Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Chiefs, all that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Clyde Edwards-Helaire capping it all off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Play action. Now Purdy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's the Chiefs on top early. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Butker's kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
So much of the game today
we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half deep.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 1 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That'll be caught by Rice. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Purdy. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. Both teams
Coach,
making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And some space here. Sheds off the tackle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Purdy from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Purdy on third down. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Motion man right is Rice. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Motion man right is Rice. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's into space past the 25. And down to the 7-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Purdy will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers Eagles are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. Yeah, they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st down, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. Trent McDuffie able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. KC's offense ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion right is Tony. They go play action, now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison in the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough, was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.